The red kettle.
The red kettle, yeah.
Which I feel like red kettle is
not a thing
like
anymore.
I think it's like Venmo.
I know, which is kind of sad to me because it's
I think so.
Takes away a little bit.
I know. But you know what I think it also does is you don't have to have somebody ringing that bell. Like it sort of cuts down on manpower. From the newsroom to the nursery.
We're juggling a demanding career on live TV with the demands of motherhood.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Karen.
They are AnchorMoms.
Merry Christmas.
That's right. This episode is Of course, we are not recording this on Christmas, but we are heading
Thankfully,
down the tunnel.
we're not working on Christmas Day.
We are not working on Christmas Day. If you, I don't know where you are, where you're listening to this. Are you traveling to family? Are you working perhaps if you're watching this or listening to this?
My hope is that you're waking up surrounded by your family,
yes,
lounging about in your pajamas.
Drinking some eggnog,
some nice coffee, mimosa perhaps, and enjoying your children or whoever you're with.
Yeah.
This Christmas morning. But I have a question for you, Katie.
Question?
On this Christmas morning. What do you remember your favorite Christmas as a child?
No. Should I?
Do you remember any favorite memory of Christmases as a child? Like, did you have any traditions?
Yeah.
Did you have any favorite things of your Christmases?
Yeah. So we would always go to my grandparents and then we would go to midnight mass. And so you'd have to stay up. That was hard. Like midnight mass was legit at midnight.
On Christmas Day?
On Christmas Eve.
Oh, on Christmas Eve, yes.
Okay. So you'd have to play board games with all your like cousins and your parents. And you'd, as I got older, like you'd have like a beer and some cocktails waiting to go to mass. But when I was like little, you'd have like hot chocolate. You might even take a little nap, so that you could make it to midnight mass, which
that
was
was
beautiful.
That is a beautiful mass. But that was kind of, as a kid, that was really pushing it,
right?
Like, to
That's
stay
what
up
I
that
mean.
late.
Yes.
Yeah,
but we did it almost every year, mostly because we didn't want to have to go to mass on Christmas Day,
right,
and because it was beautiful, but mostly because it was just so nice to have the freedom not to have to go to church on Christmas Day. Yeah.
Oh. We had a lot of traditions growing up, but I do remember on Christmas Eve. Did you get a present on Christmas Eve?
No, but I know other families do this. We did not. That was not a thing.
We always got a present, and it was usually new pajamas.
Oh, so wear on Christmas Eve.
Right.
That's a great idea.
Yes. We got a new pajamas. We always got a new ornament each year. My parents were good about getting us like, a Hallmark series. So we would get like the next in the series and see which one it was that year. And I have good memories of Christmas morning. We were kind of one of those slow present opening families.
Really?
Yeah. Like we would just kind of like take turns and take our time with it. And I just remember loving those moments. As a kid, you're like, you want to draw it out. I mean, I guess some kids maybe want to just fly through it, but I always wanted to like draw it out.
Yeah.
Like, let's like slow this down so that it's like noon and we've still got presents to open.
Yeah. I love that. In years, more recent years, my sister and I make our families get matching pajamas, even if we're not spending Christmas together. Like this year, I did not see her for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, but we still all have. She sent us all matching pajamas, which, our husbands love. As you can imagine. But, it's just kind of nice to know. I'm in North Carolina. She's in California, but we're still.
Are they cute pajamas this year?
Yeah, they're cute. They're from Old Navy. And every year we have this conversation like, oh, they're going out, where are we getting them from this year? Like what pattern are we getting? She has boys, little boys. And of course I have a girl. So it's like, we want to make sure they're not too
gender specific.
Yeah. So the little boy is going to be upset if there's like, too many bows involved, like that kind of thing. So yeah, it's fun.
Well, this first article is from WDBJ. Early years, inspiring generosity in kids during the holiday season. I think this is great for us to keep in mind, of course, on Christmas Day, but also in the weeks to come. We've got a couple more weeks where the kids are going to be out of school. So it's kind of, this article is mentioning some ideas on how you can teach your kids at an early age to give back. It says to weave generosity and kindness into your holiday traditions. And it talks about, and it's funny, one of our friends just sent a screenshot. Her kids, they do year-round school, so they're out for 6 weeks over the holiday break. And so she has kind of like a bingo board of different things that they can pick to do each day, which I thought was really creative. But do even if it could be something little like drink hot chocolate and watch a Christmas movie, or it could be something like make something to take to a nursing home. Volunteer at the food pantry, just different things that you can do to kind of teach your children at an early age about giving back. And I think especially, this day and age, it's just so important to remind kids about that.
I think especially here in Western North Carolina, I mean, the need is greater now than ever before. So it's fun to sort of think about occasionally I will remind River of that. I have reminded her this Christmas season that like,
we're so lucky.
Hey, remember that we still have a house over our head, or, we still have a roof over our head, and that other people, they don't. They don't, their Christmas decorations were destroyed, and so I think that's helpful. What I like about this article, it also talks about like, what are you passionate about as a family? So if you're passionate about animals and pets, you could volunteer at an animal shelter,
Humane Society,
right? Like donate dog food and bedding. If you like to cook, you could volunteer at a soup kitchen. It's just interesting to think about sort of like dialing in on what you guys like as a family, what you're passionate about as a family.
And it also, kind of stress to your children the importance that every donation matters no matter how small. I think that's something, for kids, I think that's a key piece here, right? Is like, even if you have 10 cents to put in the Salvation Army or the Salvation Army? Yeah.
The Red Kettle.
Red Kettle, yeah.
Which I feel like Red Kettle is
not a thing
like
anymore.
I feel like it's like Venmo.
I know, which is kind of sad to me because it's
think so.
Takes away a little bit.
I know. But you know what I think it also does is you don't have to have somebody ringing that bell. Like it sort of cuts down on manpower.
But anyway, some good ideas if you're looking for some things either for the end of this holiday season or for next year. Some good ideas on how to kind of hopefully plant some good characteristics in our children.
Yes. All right. My mum's the word here this week. I'm losing my paper. Sorry, guys. This one is this might help you ring in your new year just a little bit better. I mean, not really. If you want to have good hair in the new year, this might help you.
Okay.
This is a dry shampoo, which I got to tell you, and it's a spray, right? So I've tried.
I'm like kind of anti-dry shampoo.
Why? Say more.
Because I have really, really greasy hair, so I've just never found any that will work. Like I just have to wash my hair every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one.
But I'll try it.
This one might be the one for you, because I've tried many, and honestly, we were out of town, and I had forgotten my dry shampoo, and so we were in Walgreens picking up something, and I was like, I'm just gonna get this. It's the Batiste kind. Have you ever seen this? Okay, and so it's pretty popular. In fact, the bottle tells me that it's the most popular brand ever. But I do think it's been around for a while. It's like $13 at Target.
Okay.
I like the one that has, and I'm going to link this in the show notes. It has just a barely there scent. I don't like
Yeah, you're not a smell person.
That smell. I can't do that. I don't know. I used it on River's hair this past weekend. And sometimes what I'll do for folks who I have fine hair, River has fine hair, I think you have fine hair. Sometimes I use it on my clean hair.
Interesting. Okay.
Because it gives it some more volume. I use it on my dirty hair too. I only wash my hair every other day. So especially for news TV purposes.
Sure.
You got to have some dry shampoo.
I have never thought your hair looked bad.
Are you on crack right now?
No. You saying that you only wash your hair every other day. If I did not wash my hair and showed up at work, you'd be like, ooh, Karen. It would look so bad.
Really? I don't believe that. I think you're just being, I think you should try this dry shampoo because I'm telling you, I've tried, this is like a drugstore brand. I've tried all the expensive brands and, they're okay. But there is a real
Grittiness?
No, a formula to having,
Oh.
because sometimes it just dries your hair out. Like that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This might be.
It is called dry shampoo.
Yeah, but you don't want it to make your hair dry.
Right.
Anyway, I'll link it in the show notes.
Okay.
I got it at Walgreens, but you can also get it at Target. You can get it at all those places. But there's a specific one. So check out the show notes.
Okay. Oh, in the next article, you have some tips.
Oh, some tips? Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, yes. This is the New Year's resolutions. I hate
Mhm.
Do you like New Year's resolutions? I hate them.
No, I don't like them either. I don't usually do them really.
How ironic that we're doing an article on it. I know, but I think some people like them.
I think a lot of people like them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. You know what? I would be curious to know what age group is the most into New Year's resolutions. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like it's like kind of one of those things that depends on your like stage of life.
Right. Like,
I feel like I was really big on them.
Yes.
When I was younger.
You would think it would be not an older, but a more mature thing. But I think you're exactly right. In my 20s, I was like, I'm going to do this, that. And now I'm too old and broken to have New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Nonetheless, this article is from Good Housekeeping. And it does mention, and I have over the years read this, that your goals should be aspirational, but also attainable. So in other words, don't set something that you know is not going to fit in with your lifestyle, your schedule, something that's like just way too hard.
We're not running a marathon this year.
Yeah, we're not. So there's a couple of them on here, and some of them are kind of like, this isn't like I'm going to lose 10 pounds or I'm going to start working out every day. These ones are start a gratitude journal, make time for family, create a budget you can stick to, be more mindful, cook new foods. See what
there's a lot. There's 65 achievable New Year's resolutions. So there's a lot.
I only printed 10 of them.
Oh, well, there's a lot.
Add cleaning tasks to your calendar.
I liked that one.
Some of these I feel like my husband would be like, let's do the opposite. Let's do the opposite of what these are. Like, let's take cleaning tasks away.
Prioritize sleep.
I know, but that's just not possible for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not really for me either.
One of the two that I do like are be more mindful. Contrary to popular belief, mindfulness doesn't require hours of weekly meditation or any special training. Practicing mindfulness is just do everything you can to be grateful for what you have in the moment, where you are in life, and who you are right now. Well, dang, that sounds easy enough. The other one is cook new foods. Now, currently I have no kitchen, so that's not really high up on the list currently. But I am like, I'd like to maybe branch out a little bit, start to get a little bit more creative. It's hard when you have a 6-year-old.
I feel that one. I went a different direction. I liked plan a vacation and plan a spa day.
Okay.
Can those two be?
Sure.
I can do those.
Plan a vacation, plan a spa day.
I liked those.
Those are the ones.
I mean, maybe
what you're saying is it's like you just want to plan more fun things and more time for you in 2025, right?
I don't think that's really going to happen, but these are not quite.
It's supposed to be aspirational and attainable.
These are just aspirational. These are not attainable. They're just aspirational. But, you gotta have dreams, right?
I want to worry less. In all seriousness, in 2025, I want to try to live in the moment.
Yes. I think worrying less is a great one. I often am like, let me reset here. And
I want to enjoy what I'm doing right now. Literally. Like, okay, as we're recording this.
Are you having fun recording this podcast
right
now?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to enjoy the fact that I get paid to BS with one of my closest friends. No, I'm serious. I want to like enjoy the fact that, I'm going to we have a big meeting after this, and I'm going to go home and I need to do something at River's school, but then I'm going to pick her up later on and I'm going to cook her. Like, I just want to enjoy it's a Tuesday and I get to, these are the things that I get to do instead of trying to be like, I just need to make it to the weekend so I can get to X, Y, Z. That's like,
it's a great mindset.
That's it's just so much easier said than done. Right?
But I think we can try to hold each other accountable for it. Let's do it.
You're going to be like, you're worrying too much.
Yes. And I will worry as well.
Moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I have a win. It is now Christmas Day, but a few weeks ago, we did the Polar Express. And took my parents.
Love the Polar Express.
If you're not familiar, here in the Asheville area, actually it's about an hour from Asheville, but there is a train that takes children on the literal Polar Express. Well, yeah, on the Polar Express.
The
real Polar Express to the real North Pole. But it's funny. El Ray is 9 and Henry is 8, and we weren't really sure.
Yeah,
if
like
they
how
would
is that? We didn't do the Polar Express this year, but we've done it. We've done it 2 years in a row, and I was like, this year. I think I said this in an earlier podcast. Like it just felt like a lot.
Well, we were thinking about skipping it too, and our kids were like, "What?"
Yeah, I know. River asked about it.
We have to go, and so we went with my parents. And I can't decide. I think if you go on a train at night on the Polar Express, it's kind of like a mandate for your kids to be crazy.
Yeah,
because they serve you hot chocolate. They give you a cookie full of sugar. There's songs and dancing, and they're reading a story, and you're on a train, and so you're just inherently going to be
crazy,
wackadoo, which they were. But the win is that there was a couple of really sweet moments where we just looked over at the kids and they were so happy.
Good.
And the big kids loved it. Bennett said her favorite moment was getting the bell from Santa. Santa comes on the train and gives you a bell. Sam was like laid out in his seat, drinking hot chocolate, like
living his best life,
like just a gentleman. It was hilarious. Like he could have been, 55 years old. The way he was like lounged back, just like sipping on his cocoa.
Oh my
it was
gosh,
hilarious. So yeah, it was a good time, and it was one of those. We've been talking the last couple of weeks about just the crazy of the season. And it was one of those moments where you could kind of be like, oh, this is awesome.
This is worth it. This is what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm leaving out all the times that we had to yell at them and all the times they kicked and punched each other.
Good.
But,
Good.
Focus on the positive here.
Good.
Anyway, we hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas and is enjoying the holiday.
Yeah. Anchor Moms is a Sinclair podcast produced out of WLOS in Asheville. We're your hosts, Katie Killen and Karen Zakalak. Anchor Moms is edited by Matthew Yates.
For more information on the topics discussed in this episode and to stay up to date on future episodes, follow us on Instagram @AnchorMoms.
You can follow Anchor Moms on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Know a parent who could benefit from this week's Anchor Moms episode? Your recommendations help our show to grow, so spread the word.